Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning, learners. Good morning. It is yet another day, another new week, Monday, the 6th of July, 2020. This is grade 8 English home language. I welcome everyone. It's time to take the register. Let us see who is here with us in the lesson today. If you are there, please text hi in the chat. Please text hi in the chat so we can see who is with us today. This is how we take our register. Wow. I see many highs in the chat. Thank you everyone. Thank you Amukelang, Guguletu, Helen, Lesedi, Lisen, Nkanka, Teza, Tyrese, Natalie. Yes, thank you for being part of the lesson for today. As you can see here, today we will be learning about adjectives as well as nouns. I trust it's going to be a very informative, wonderful, and enjoyable lesson. Remember that if you have questions, the chat is open for you to ask your questions, to text your questions in the chat, or you can simply raise your hand and I will give you an opportunity to ask your question. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Okay, like I have already mentioned, today's lesson will be about adjectives and nouns. So this is where we start. Adjectives, they help us to paint a picture. Yes. Yes, they describe things, people, and places. So that is something that we need to know about adjectives, is that they really tell us more about something. Adjectives, they tell us about people, they tell us more about places. So we are going to learn about that later on in the lesson. We are going to go a little bit deeper into that. Everything that we can see, hear, smell, touch, and taste is a noun. That is a very big claim, isn't it? Okay, it's okay, it's fine. We will see if that is true or not during the course of the lesson. Remember, if you need clarification on something, if you have a question, you can ask me in the chat, or you can simply raise up your hand and we'll give you a chance to speak and ask a question. So another code which is very interesting, although I do not know who said it, is knowledge is power. Yes, knowledge is power by unknown. We don't know who said that. But thinking about it, we realize that yes, knowledge really is power. When you know something, when you know about something, you really are empowered. It doesn't matter what it is that you know, but usually if you know something, that knowledge becomes your empowerment. It helps you to make better decisions. It helps you to become a better communicator, whether you speak or whether you write. And the same knowledge can also help you to understand even the things that which you read. Okay, let's get started with adjectives. So let us get started with adjectives. An adjective is a descriptive word which describes nouns and pronouns. Okay, let me slow down a bit and read it again. An adjective is a descriptive word which describes nouns and pronouns. What does this mean? This means that an adjective is that word which describes a noun or a pronoun. So an adjective, it tells us more about how a noun is, also about how a pronoun is. Remember that with pronouns that a pronoun is used in a place of a noun. Okay, so it really makes sense, and it really is logical that an adjective will also describe a pronoun. Okay, let me make this example. Let us say Jessica is beautiful. Okay, so what is the noun there? The noun there is Jessica, and our adjective becomes beautiful. You realize that that beautiful describes what? The noun, that is Jessica. Or if we do not use her name Jessica, but we use the pronoun she, we will say that she is beautiful. And you realize that the adjective beautiful describes she, which is a pronoun which refers to the noun. So in my example, it refers to Jessica. You see? So that is how adjectives are. They describe nouns, not only nouns, but they also describe pronouns. Not understand? If you need clarity, please let me know. Type in the chat or raise your hand and I will give you a chance to speak so you can ask us your question. Adjectives usually come before a noun. Okay, here is an example. The old man. Okay, so in my sentence here, I've underlined old because old is an adjective. Why? Because it describes the man. The thing is, we could have written this sentence as the man. Okay, but we didn't write it as the man. We said the old man. So you realize that the word old, it describes man. That is, the word old, the adjective old here, it describes what kind of a man this man is. So from this adjective, we know that this man is old. This is a man who is advanced in years. This is a man who has lived so long. This is a man who has lived many years so far. And we come to know that because of the adjective here, old. And you realize that this adjective here, it came before the noun. The noun here is man. The old is an adjective. The there is an article. Okay, so that's the article, the adjective, and the noun. So you realize here that in this sentence, the adjective came before a noun. Mhm. Another example, sometimes adjectives comes after a verb. Okay, here's an example here. The boy was disruptive. So which one here is the verb? Because from here we see that the is an article, boy is a noun, disruptive is an adjective. So our verb here is was. But remember, was is a special type of a verb that which we call an auxiliary verb. Do you remember that? Was is part of a special verb that which we call an auxiliary verb. And you realize that you realize that an auxiliary verb is not an action verb. It is the kind of a verb which helps an action verb, and it usually informs us also about the tense of the sentence. Okay, are you all together there? Right. So, like I have said, the boy was disruptive. In this example, it shows that sometimes an adjective comes after a verb. Okay, that verb could be an auxiliary verb, like in my example here. Sometimes that verb could be a finite verb. It could be an action verb. Okay, so that is how adjectives work. That is how we can use adjectives. That is how we can locate them even on a sentence. Remember, an adjective is a descriptive word. It describes a noun or a pronoun. Okay, so here are some suffixes which can be used to create adjectives. And to realize that most adjectives have these suffixes. Okay, so from here are those suffixes which can be used to create adjectives. Let us go through them. So the first one is ish. As an example, foolish. And for example, ignorant. Less, for example, hopeless. Able, for example, understandable. Ori, for example, sensory. Able, for example, sensible. As, for example, continuous. Full, for example, beautiful. Eve or I've, for example, alive. Ing, for example, boring. Ed, for example, cooked. So you realize that all these words are adjectives, and I just used those suffixes to show examples of adjectives with which ends with those suffixes that I have mentioned here. Remember, if there is anything you do not understand or you need clarity, please ask your question, type your question in the chat, or you can simply raise up your hand and I will, you can, yes, you can simply raise your hand and I'll give you a chance to speak so you can ask your question. Okay, without any further question, let us continue. Can you think of any other examples of adjectives which end with these suffixes? Let us go to the chat and add more adjectives which end with these suffixes. One adjective per suffix, please. Okay, we have Nkanka saying helpful. Thank you so much. Helpful, it is an adjective. It describes a state of someone being full of help, offering help. We have Cesar saying delightful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have Tyrese saying loved. Is loved an adjective? Okay, yes, loved is an adjective, although it can also be the past tense of the word love. Thank you, Tyrese. Then let's see. Nkanka says cooking. Nkanka, cooking is a noun, and cooking is also a verb. Okay, it is not an adjective. Yes, Nkanka. Then Amogelang says disable. Disable is disable is a verb. So as an adjective, it will have been disabled. Okay, Amogelang, disabled will have been an adjective. Then we have Listen saying delicious. Yes, that's correct, Listen. Helene saying moaning. Moaning is a verb. Remember when you think about these adjectives, also think about the way you would use them in a sentence, okay? Think about that and then you will see whether the word you're thinking of is an adjective or not. Remember we said an adjective is a descriptive word. It describes a noun or a pronoun. Therefore, think of it in that light. Think about how you can use that adjective in a sentence. Okay, let's see more. Okay, Homolemo says useless, that's correct. Helene says helpless, that's correct. Listen says snoring. Snoring is a noun and it's also a verb. Okay, it is not an adjective. Helen says helpful, yes. Nkanka says childish, yes. Tyrese says famous, yes. Okay, thank you for your examples. Thank you for examples. Thank you for examples. It's really good to see that so far you are with me, that you understand what we are doing today. So let us continue. So now we are on nouns. Nouns are words that refer to people, places, and things. Okay, so we can simply say that a noun is a naming word. So we can simply say that a noun is a naming word. I think that's straightforward enough. So yes, let us go a bit deeper into nouns. A noun is a naming word that names the following, okay? So a noun names the following. Number one, a noun names people, okay? For example, we have people named John, Lerato, Rajesh, Chu, okay? So those are some of the names of people and those names are nouns, okay? Every name is a noun. Remember from the definition we gave in the previous slide, we said that nouns are words that refer to people, to places, and things. And that nouns are naming words. So this is something that which we need to know and remember. Okay. So number one, a noun, it names people. Number two, it names places. Three, it names animals. It names things and it also names qualities. Okay, let's start with people. Number one, people, for example, John, Lerato, Rajesh, Chu. Okay, so those are people's names and those are people's names. Name is a noun. Names places. For example, we have South Africa, Dubai, Miami. Okay, so you realize that all these names, all these nouns are places. South Africa is a country at the southern tip of the African continent. Dubai is, many people's dream holiday destination. Then we have Miami, which is a city in the United States of America. Yeah. So all these are nouns. Then next up, we said nouns also name animals. For example, we have cow, chicken, lion, as well as eagle. So you realize that all these are animals, and that is how we know them. Okay, we know it as a cow, a chicken, a lion, an eagle. So those are the names of those animals. Those are the names or the nouns we refer to those animals. Yes. For things. For example, a book, a chair, table, a pen. So these are also nouns. These, they name things. Then next up, we have qualities. For example, love, courage, selfishness. So all these qualities, they are also nouns. So from here, we learn that nouns, they name these 5 things, okay? They name people, places, animals, things, and qualities. If you need clarity of something, if you have a question, please do not hesitate to use the chat or to raise your hand so that you can, so that we can help you with your questions. Okay, so the next section will be the types of nouns. What types of nouns do you know? Please type to us in the chat the types of nouns that we should know. In this lesson, I will be dealing with 4 types of nouns. Can you tell me what they are? Types of nouns, can you tell me what they are? Okay, 4 types of nouns. Let us see if you can tell us what they are. Okay, let's see what we have in the chat. Helen says common noun. Amukhalang also says common noun, yes. Nkanka says proper noun. Helen says proper noun. Amukhalang abstract noun, yes. Natalie collective nouns, yes. Cesar abstract noun, yes. Helen abstract noun. Leslie says collective noun. Helen says collective noun. Yes, thank you, thank you. Wow, it seems like you already have an idea of them. Wow, it's okay, it's good, it's good. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, learners. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You all are stars. Thank you. So let us continue and go through those types of nouns. Number 1, we have the common noun. So a common noun is a noun that refers to people or things in general. Okay, so you realize that even in my previous slide, when we were talking about the animals, the things, those are examples of common nouns. So here are other examples. For example, boy. Yes, remember, a common noun is a noun that refers to people or things in general. Okay, so it refers to general things. For example, we have boy, country, bridge, city, birth, day, happiness. Okay, and there are other common nouns that which I didn't include here. Okay, let me right now, as I do this lesson, when I check on my table, I see a book, which is a common noun, a pen, a pencil, my smartphone, my router, the mouse I'm using, the printer, a speaker. So all those are examples of common nouns because they refer to things in general. So they refer to common things. Okay, you realize that with these examples that which I gave, you know all these things. You have seen these things before. You have walked on them before. You have smelt them before. You have heard about them before. Okay, so these are common things. These are general things. Okay, a boy is common. A country is common. A bridge is common. A city is common. Birth is common. A day is common. Happiness is common. So all these common things, or these people, or things in general, they are common nouns. Are we all together on that? Remember, if you need clarity or something on something, or if you do not understand, please raise your hand or type in the chat. Okay, we have Tyrese asking about singular nouns, if these are types of nouns. Are not exactly Tyrese. Remember, we said we have four, okay? So a singular noun, remember, it will be based on one of these different types of nouns, but it will be about putting them in singular form or in plural form, okay? Like, if you can look at my examples about common noun Tyrese, you would realize that they are all common nouns, and I have written them in singular form. Okay, a boy is singular. Like all of these that which I've included as my examples for common noun, they are singular. Okay, Therese, I hope I have answered the question. If I didn't, or you still need more clarity, please, you can text your question again. Thank you. Then number two, we have proper noun. Okay, wait. So for common noun, what other examples can you give us for common noun? Okay, another question in the chat. Helene asking, sir, are you sure the last three examples for common noun are right? Okay, the last three examples, so you're talking about birth, day, and happiness. Okay, so yes, Helene, they are common nouns, and they also are abstract nouns. Okay, yes, when we get to abstract nouns, I would use these three again to show that in as much as they're common nouns, they're also abstract. Thank you so much for your wonderful question, Helen. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. Number two is proper noun. A proper noun is a name or a noun that identifies a particular person, place, or thing. Let me read that again. A proper noun is a noun or a name that identifies a particular person, place, or thing. Again, proper nouns begin with capital letters. Okay, for example, Jessica, Africa, London, Monday. So here you will realize that Jessica is the name of a particular person. Yes, Jessica is the name of a particular girl. Africa is a name of a particular place. London is also a name of a particular place. Monday is a name of a particular day. So, so these are proper nouns. They identify a particular person, place, or thing. Okay, and we always begin to write them with capital letters. Okay, so if you will see the examples I gave for proper nouns and the ones also for common nouns, it was intentional that for my common noun examples, I wrote them in small letters, but proper nouns examples, I wrote them in capital letters. So it was intentional to show you that proper nouns, we use capital letters when we write them, and common nouns because they're general things and they do not necessarily identify any specific thing. So we wrote them in small letters. But if we are identifying these common nouns, then we would be using capital letters and they'll be becoming proper nouns. Let me show you what I mean. So if I give this boy a name, let us say John. If this boy's name is John, then the name John is a proper noun. We will use a capital letter for that. If I mention a specific country, I can say South Africa, which will be a proper noun. I can say the London Bridge, Nelson Mandela Bridge, so it will be written in capital letters. City, I can say Pretoria, it will be written with a capital letter P. A day, I can say Monday. So you realize that proper nouns, they identify a particular person. It's just like with you and me, you know. I will not say when I'm addressing you, I will not say boys and girls. Okay, let me see a name I can find. Okay, I see Amogelang there. If I assume that Amogelang is a girl, then I wouldn't say a girl. Okay, if I say girl, if I say a girl, chances are every other girl in the lesson would respond. Okay, but then if I could say specifically amugelang is a proper noun, then you realize that it identifies a certain person. It identifies a particular person. In this case, it identifies amugelang alone. Okay, so that is a proper noun and we use a capital letter to write it. Then we have abstract noun. So an abstract noun is a noun which refers to ideas, qualities, and conditions. Why? Remember, an idea is something that which it is in your head. Okay. So the thing is, I can never, okay, if I'm talking to you, then we are brainstorming ideas of how to build a house. Then the ideas that which you have, they are abstract because I cannot see them. Okay. I cannot point at your ideas and say, oh, this idea right here is very good. Let's go with it. No, because it is abstract. Such things such as qualities as well as conditions. Okay. The fact that you have a quality of selfishness, that selfishness is abstract. Okay. Yes. Conditions are also abstract. So if right now it happens that you just woke up some minutes ago, you didn't have breakfast before the lesson, then that hunger you have is a condition. Therefore, hunger becomes an abstract noun. Okay, yes. Again, an abstract noun also refers to things that cannot be seen or touched and things which have no physical reality. For example, truth, you cannot point something and say, yeah, that is the truth. Danger, even danger, you cannot point at it. For example, if there is a big dish there, what you see, you do not see the danger. You only see the dish. But when you see the dish, to you, it gives you an idea of danger. Therefore, that danger is an abstract noun. Happiness, yes, we can just see you smiling because you have happiness. Then time, we cannot see time, we do not touch time. We just know that time flies. We just know that time moves. We know that this lesson started at 8 a.m., but now the time is 8:35. Yes. Friendship as well as humor. All these are examples of abstract nouns. Yes, I realize that abstract nouns, they are a bit tricky. So if you need clarification on something, please raise your hand. I will give you a chance to ask a question, or you can text a question in the chat. Number 4, collective nouns. Collective nouns refer to groups of people or things. Okay, for example, an audience. Remember, an audience is a group of people who are watching a show or listening in. Family. Family is a group of people who are related with each other. Mother, father, son, daughter, sister, brother. Yes, so that is a family. Then we have government. Yes, government is a group of people in leadership. We have the president, the deputy president, the ministers, the deputy ministers, MECs, premiers, councillors. So all those are part of the government. Then you have a team. A team is a group of people who play a sport or who do something together. Yes, a team of players in football, a team of players in cricket, a team of players in netball, and all the other sports. Then you have jury. Jury, which is a group of people. Jury, which is a group of people in law or legal matters. Your lawyers, your attorneys, your paralegals, magistrate, judge. Yeah, so that is the jury. Then collective nouns are treated as singular and we use a singular verb for them. Here's an example. The pride of lions was at the bush. So you realize, okay, pride is a collective noun of lions, okay? Was is an auxiliary verb in singular form. So it shows that we only have one group of lions. It doesn't matter how many lions there are there, but it is only that one group of lions. Therefore, it is a pride, one pride of lions. So it is a pride of lions because it is one group of lions, okay? So if we said the pride of lions were at the bush, that is incorrect, okay? Because where, it is an auxiliary verb for plural. But remember, we just said that collective nouns are treated as singular because it is a group. Even you, my learners, as individuals, you are people, okay, as individuals. But if I put you together in the same place, you will be a group and you become one group. And when I talk to you, I address you as one singular entity, as one singular group. So that is how collective nouns work. Okay, so here is an activity we can do together. And for this one, we will need to use our mics for the remaining 6 minutes of our lesson. So in this class activity, I am asking you to identify the type of noun in the following. So here are the nouns in the first column. Then I put columns for the common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, as well as collective nouns. So please raise your hand and tell us what type of noun is Pretoria. Since we are only left with 5 minutes, we will not have time to text. Therefore, please raise your hand in the chat and tell us to answer these questions. So the first one will be Helene. Yes, Helene.
So Pretoria is a proper noun.
It is a proper noun. Why?
Because it's the name of a place.
Oh yes, thank you so much, Helen. Thank you. That's
Yes, sir.
excellent. So yes, Pretoria is a proper noun. It is a name of a place. And then the second one, school or fish. What type of a noun is it? Yes, Google it too. What is the answer? Google it too. Okay, seems like we've lost Google it too. Okay, Google it too. We have lost Google it too. So what type of noun is school of fish? Yes, remember a school of fish is a collective noun because it tells us what? It tells us about the group of things. So in this context, the school of fish, it is communicating to us a group of fish. Yes. Okay, the third one, school. What type of a noun is school? Okay, maybe we can get Google it to this time around.
It's a common noun, sir.
Yes, Google it too.
Sir,
What type
it's
of
a
a
common,
noun is school?
yes.
What type of a noun is school?
It's a common noun.
It's a common noun. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. So yes, school is a common noun. Why? Because it is general. Okay, so school is a general thing because you have many schools which have their own names. Okay, your your own schools, your own schools, your own schools. Okay, yes. So school is a common noun because school is a common place, is a common thing. Yeah. Then we have love. What is love? What type of a noun is love? Okay, seems like Google it too loves to raise a hand. Yes, Google it. What is love? Okay, you're having a problem with Google it to mic. Let's give it to Helene.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Helene, what type of a noun is love?
Love is the abstract noun because you
Love.
can't really see or touch love.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Helene. Thank you. That's
Thank you, sir.
correct. So yes, love is abstract because love is something you cannot see, you cannot touch. Yeah, it doesn't have a physical reality. Then the next word is heard. Heard. So this is heard, H-E-R-D, not it. This is not the past tense of hear. Okay. Yes. So what is it? What is heard? What type of noun is heard? Okay, seems like nobody knows this one. So a herd. Oh, okay. Seems like I spoke too soon. Helene has an idea.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Helene. What is a herd?
A herd, I would say, is a collective noun.
It is a collective noun, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because we have a herd
A herd
of
of
cattle,
sheep.
a herd of sheep. Yes, yes, it is a collective noun. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Then we have girl. What type of noun is girl? Okay, so girl is a common noun because there are many girls in the world, with different names. And yes, in the chat, I think girls, we have Buhle, Amkhelang, Khomolemo, we have Gugule too, we have Karabo, as it could be a girl. We also have Nkanka, we have Natalie. So yes, so a girl is a common noun. Okay, I'm only left with a minute, so I will just tell you the answers for the remaining ones. So a class of learners is a collective noun. Class of learners is a collective noun. Australia is a proper noun because it is a name of a particular country. Selfishness is an abstract noun because it is a quality which does not have a physical reality. Then a flower is a common noun because there are many flowers. The flower could be a rose, it could be a lily. So when we say flower, it is just a general flower. Okay. So this brings us to the end of the lesson. So here is the summary. We learned about an adjective being a descriptive word, and we also learned about nouns being words that refer to people, places, and things. Okay. So in tomorrow's lesson, we will be learning about pre-reading strategies, about how to read a book, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. So this spells the end of the lesson, guys. Thank you so much for your comments, for your questions. Thank you for participating. Thank you for answering my questions, and thank you also for asking your questions. So if you have any further questions, there is the email, two emails you can use. The first one is my email. You can use it if you need help, if you have questions. Then you can also use the STEM Digital School email right there to talk to us, to speak to us. You want to hear your comments or complaints, how we can better serve you on this online platform. So remember, we are on social media. Africa Teen Geeks is on Facebook, LinkedIn, and also on Twitter. This lesson will also be available soon enough on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep well, take care. Remember to stay safe. Wash your hands with soap and water, or use a hand sanitizer. When you go out, please wear a mask, and remember to abide by the social distancing. Okay. So from all of us here at STEM Lockdown School, we love you. We say keep well, take care. See you tomorrow again, same time, same place. Goodbye.